Frankfurt. It's Miss Rachel and Miss Ivy here with another video to share with you all the wonderful things we've been reading this week, right, Ive? So we have a couple books that Ivy wanted to share with you first. And the first one we have is a book that we got for your birthday quite a few years ago from a friend. And it's an old one, but a good one. It's called Popcorn. It's a Frank Asch bear story. This is a Halloween story because there's never not a good time to celebrate Halloween, right, Ive?
Without popcorn.
So
this is without popcorn.
This is the story of Sam, and his parents go out at a Halloween party one night, and they say, take care of the house and we'll bring you back a treat. Well, Sam decides to throw his own Halloween party, and every single person in the story brings popcorn. So you'll have to find this book and read it to find out what happens to Sam. Do you remember what happens to Sam, Ives? What happens? What happens?
He gets a headache.
He gets a headache?
Because he eats all of the popcorn from the pot. And then it explodes all over the house because everybody ate all of the popcorn.
Yup, exactly right. And it is a big problem for Sam to have to clean up all that popcorn, right? So this is a really good one. We also have some newer titles. Actually, they're reprints of the Frank Asch bear stories, but we recently got a new one from the library, and it's the same bear, and it's called Moonbear's Shadow. Do you remember what this one is about, Ives?
Yes, when he was going fishing, and then he saw a fish, and then he touched it, but his shadow scared the fish away, and then he said, go away, shadow, but it didn't move, so he run to a tree, and then he climbed a cliff, and then the shadow was still there.
Yeah, he decided he couldn't get along with his own shadow, so he decided that he was going to make a deal with the shadow. What was the deal?
The deal was if they both catch a fish, then if they both catch,
if the shadow let Moonbear catch a fish, then the shadow would also catch a fish, right?
Yeah, and then they become best friends.
Yeah, did he keep his promise?
Yeah,
he sure did. So this is a really good one too. Go ahead.
And
yeah,
we have one more story.
Yeah, we have one more book we want to share. So this is one that you can get from the library. This is one we grabbed right before we closed the library a few weeks ago. So Moonbear's Shadow. And then the last one Ivy wanted to share is one that we picked up because we love rainbows.
Yes, right? And it's for my birthday. It was supposed to be for my birthday. And it's called Ava and the Rainbow. And it's about that Ava wished the rainbow would stay forever, but it didn't. But it comes back, and then, but in the middle of the story, the rainbow wasn't the center of it all. But first of all, it was the center of it all.
It was, yeah. He was the center of attention because he stayed around all the time, right? But eventually, the people in the story kind of forgot that the rainbow was there, right? And the rainbow thought, there's a line in the story. He says, I'm a rare and precious sight. So he has to realize that he goes away and comes back, and only comes back when it rains and the sun shines at the same time, right, Ive?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So a rainbow is a rare and precious sight that we do not get to see all the time. So it's a really sweet little story. Ava and the Rainbow Who Stayed by Jed Adamson. We love this one. And all the illustrations are super cute too. All right. So on to the books that I have been reading this week. And the book that I have been reading has a very special guest, a very special character in it. The book I'm reading is called And this is for older readers, so probably about grades 3 through 5 if you're looking for something for the older ones. This one's called Winnie's Great War by Lindsay, Mattick.
And I am 5. Maybe I can.
We can try. We can try to read some of that. That would be a good one to try. And you might recognize Winnie because this is the story of the world's most extraordinary bear.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. It's the real life story of the actual bear that inspired Winnie the Pooh. So you might know there was a picture book a few years ago that won the Caldecott Medal called Finding Winnie. And that book won the 2015 Caldecott Medal, and it was a picture book about the story behind Winnipeg the bear. A Canadian soldier found the bear or bought the bear from a farmer in a train station, and he ended up making Winnipeg the bear his mascot for his troop. So she traveled around, and she traveled all the way to England with these Canadian troops in the Vet Corps. So the picture book is all about Winnie the Pooh, and then this story kind of takes it one more step and really fleshes out the story of how about Winnie's journey and how she came to be such a iconic book character. So if you love Winnie the Pooh, you're going to want to check this one out because it goes all the way from her starting out in the woods and being found by this Canadian soldier to where she lived in the London Zoo for a while, where she met A.A. Milne, the author of the Winnie the Pooh books, and his young son Christopher Robin, and that's where all of the stories.
Christopher Robin?
Right?
Who's that?
Christopher Robin in the Winnie the Pooh stories.
No, I do not remember that. I do not remember that. Is it a people?
Yes, Christopher Robin is a person. Yes. So he's the little.
Okay, what's that?
He's the little boy in all of the stories. Don't you remember?
What's that noise?
So that is Winnie's Great War.
Noise?
It's probably my computer. So that is Winnie's Great War, and that's what I am reading this week. I'm almost done with that, and it is a wonderful story to check out.
Why?
So the last thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned to you, can you grab that folder for me, Ive?
Oh, I'm getting you.
Oh my goodness, is it heavy? Okay. So we have been working on our 1,000 books before kindergarten because Ivy is going to start kindergarten in the fall, right? So if you're doing the 1,000 books before kindergarten, keep on working at it. If you want to start doing it when the library does open, please do keep recording the books that you're reading, and you can always mark them off when you get your folder, when you get back to the library. 1,000 books before kindergarten is always going, and I hope to see you all soon. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Can you say bye, Ive?
Bye.
Bye, friends. Have a great weekend.
Okay, now we need to go bye.